Well, hello there again, you guys, and welcome. Welcome back, man. Welcome back, man, to another episode of the Mr. Healthy Habits Show. Thank you so much for joining me here. And I hope I don't have to re-record this because I really like that intro. But today is Weight Loss Wednesday, man. That's what today is. And we are going to talk about weight loss. And the question for today is going to be, which diet is the best? We all know that there's many of them out there. From vegan to vegetarian to keto to carnivore to low carb to Miami to South Beach to the world peace diet and everything else in between. But which one of those is going to work the best for you, man? That's what we're discussing here today. And as usual, the answer that I'm going to give is probably not going to be one that you are going to expect. We're not really going to delve into the science here of each diet. I think we all tend to get too deep in our own little churches when it comes to these kind of things. Everybody wants to believe that they are the say-all be-all based on the latest fitness article that they've read that backs up what they currently believe. And at the end of the day, if you're doing keto or you're doing low carb or carnivore or vegan or vegetarian or Mediterranean, I, being someone that has been over 300 pounds, am going to be the last person to say anything to you that would discourage you from doing it and getting it done any way that you can. If keto works for you and you lose 10 pounds doing it, God bless you. I'm not going to say anything negative about it or any way try to deter you from doing something that has benefits to you as far as weight loss. If you can lose that weight, then you go ahead and do it. I don't care how you do it. The one thing that all studies would agree on is it's much better to lose the weight, period, rather than determining which way is the best to go about doing that. You know, it really doesn't matter. The best diet ultimately really is the one that you can stick to. Even if we can argue back and forth the sustainability of that diet, whether or not you're going to stick to it in the long term, regardless, if you've got 20 pounds to lose and you've got a way to get them off, get them off. It's as if it's like Bruce Lee once famously said in one of my favorite movies, Return of the Dragon. In that movie, he says, if it helps you in a fight, then you should learn to use it. And that is sage advice when it comes to diet and nutrition. Low carbs got its place. It's a tool, much like veganism is a tool. I'm not suggesting you just eat that way all the time. If you want to and it works for you, then good for you. But use it as a tool. I mean, sometimes my dinners are low carb. Sometimes my dinners are strictly vegetarian, man. It really all goes along with what I feel is best for me at the time. Now, I will say that there was a diet that I did stick to throughout a big portion of my weight loss journey. When I was having the most difficult time finding pounds coming off, I went to more of a Mediterranean-based diet. And that helped me break through plateaus and helped me achieve the weight loss that I was looking for. And studies show people who stick to a Mediterranean diet live long, happy lives. I mean, if you study the blue zones where people will live over 100 plus years, they are in areas where people stick to a largely Mediterranean diet. Now, what is the Mediterranean diet? It's a lot of grains. It's a lot of vegetables. It's a lot of olives and olive oil, and there is wine there involved in it. I'd recommend that you go ahead and Google it and look it up, and they'll give you a much more clearer picture of what the Mediterranean diet looks like than I will here today. But alcohol is not something that you have to just kick out of the diet. You can drink wine, which I occasionally do on the weekends. I try to exercise a strict, if I've got to go to work the next day, there's no drinking. You know, that's just the way it is. I mean, work is already taxing enough. I never know what they're going to ask me to do when I get here. So I just pretty much stick to wine on the days that I'm off. Hard alcohol is one of the worst things that you'll see on the scale the next day. Nothing will cause water retention like hard alcohol, you know, but, you know, hardcore tips like that, that's, you know, another discussion here. There's not a lot of meat in the Mediterranean diet. And if you do eat meat, it is going to be mostly seafood. I eat a lot of seafood. And, you know, we can argue back and forth the merits of seafood, whether or not it's good for you, whether or not it's sustainable. You know, those are all, again, different issues for a different episode. But I will tell you that I had a lot of success sticking to the Mediterranean diet. And I don't want to turn this into a promotion for a Mediterranean diet. Because like I said, if it helps you in a fight, you should learn to use it. If there are some days where you just can't go keto and can't eat the meat or the dairy or can't eat the vegetables, then go ahead and eat whatever you want, as long as you are getting the job done, man, and seeing those pounds come down. You know, that really is what it's all about. At the end of the day, you know, your diet's not really going to be as important as getting that weight off, you know, and that's pretty much the message that I want to convey here. You know, so, I mean, you know, again, you know, there's a lot of people out there that will take a diet one way or the other and then start preaching that this is the only way to do it. And I'm going to tell you, it's not. It all works. It all works. If you want to go vegan, if you want to go carnivore, it really doesn't matter, honestly, as long as you're burning less calories than you take in. Calories in, calories out is another method. Again, it's a tool. Everybody acts like that's the say-all be-all, but I'm going to tell you that's not the say-all be-all either. That is a tool largely that can help you along your goal. So, again, you know, the big takeaway from this episode is the Bruce Lee quote that I will go back to. If it helps you in a fight, you should learn to use it. Don't look at any of these methods and say, oh, well, studies say that people that do low carb, blah, 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 and studies say. So that's really all I got on this episode for you guys, man. I mean, I will try to do a more in-depth, detailed episode on which diets are the best diets. But again, I don't want to sit here as someone that used to weigh 330 pounds and preach to people that they should be doing this diet for these specific reasons. That, you know, the vegan diet is better for XYZ, or the carnivore diet is better because of XYZ. Because what if you're listening to the show right now and you've got 20 pounds to lose, 50 pounds to lose, and that's just not going to work for you? Or what if you're doing a vegan diet and you're having success, and then here I am on my show telling you, oh, the vegan diet's not good for you because of XYZ, and then all of a sudden you decide, oh yeah, Jesse says that the vegan diet isn't good because of this, so I better stop doing that, when you were having success with it. The last thing I want to do on my show here is derail anyone's success. So I'm not here for that. I'm here to say, if it helps you in a fight, you should learn to use it. And that's really it, you guys. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Follow me on Instagram, man, at philosophical.reminders, or my YouTube, Mr. Healthy Habits. Thanks again for joining me here, and you guys take care.